Hi, friends. This is Cindy Nay 100, and I want to come on and give you some. Well, it's like I want to talk about something important. Well, that's not really important, but in, I miss him in my life. And yes, I miss my dad because, you know, just the way it is. I'm sorry, guys, if I cry. It just happens. Um, he was a good guy, and everybody liked his sense of humor because he had a good sense of humor. I'll tell you that. When he was out in public, everyone would say, like when he went to the bar or got put went to the doctors or therapy or whatever he did that he had to do. And yeah, he died last year, 2023, July 6, 2023. And I haven't thought about it for a while, but I just thought I'd give you an update. And yeah, I took care of him most of the time because he needed help. But that's the way it went. And we four when I was younger. I'll give you the story. Hang on, guys. When I was younger, I probably I don't know if it was middle school or high school. I can't remember which year it was. First, but we did go roller skating, and that was fun. But until I had to have hips, my hips were bad, and then me and dad and my mom, we did, we went roller skating, and then at the very end, we quit roller skating because I couldn't do it because if I got knocked down or whatever, it hurt my hips real bad because I had no cartilage in between them. And then um, years later, we decided after I had these hips done, and me and dad decided to do something together because I can't drive. So, yeah. And he, we decided to go play shopping. And that's what I called it. We went shopping, but I called it play shopping once a month, one day a month on a Sunday. And down the line, when we were still doing it, 2020, before 2020 hit, I think it was around, well, actually around March, I think is when we stopped. And Kelly was going with us then, way back whenever she started. And we were all having fun. And Dad would always tease her, nicely teasing. He liked to pick on her. And one time we went to a friend's house of my dad's and to drop something off. And um, she, he called Kelly his niece, and really, well, because my uncle lives with her, and and Petra's in there barking. Sorry, guys, and so it's like when we went play shopping. He'd say, "Where do you want to go?" I'll go here, 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 here. When Kmart was open in our town, we went to Kmart, and then and over the years he got worse. When he retired, he had to retire because he had no way to work with his arm. His arm was dead. They, yeah, so, or he would have still been working. He liked to work at where he worked, fixing light fixtures and the I guess the certain lights fixtures and stuff for big companies, and and I just we had I had lots of fun with my father, and then when we quit play shopping like that, then we went. Then we were still going Walmart once a week for groceries with him, and we did it on a Thursday, a Tuesday, a Thursday, a Tuesday, and then we stuck to Tuesday again for the rest of the time he was here, and then you know, and then he went downhill last year in June, and that made it worse because we didn't have him anymore. Well, he was still alive then, but he wasn't able to do stuff for himself like walk or go to the bathroom, like he used to before that. And he quit eating too, so that didn't help none. And other things like that, you know. So, yeah, he was a good guy. I mean, his sense of humor. I, Me and him always argued, and then I would, we'd argue a lot. And then one thing I argued about, I asked my brother, and he said, "Yes, this will work." And I'm like, "You kidding me? Why did I argue with my father about it then?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's just, and it's hard because and I'll tell you, I used to cook for him all the time. And if I didn't cook for him, he would not like cook. He don't want no other cooking. If I wasn't home or around to cook for him, he didn't want to eat till I came home, and then he'd eat, unless he was in bed by the time I got home. But he just didn't like the other person's cooking, my mom's. But I just, I miss my father. He had lots of fun. He after a while, when he first had the cancer, he didn't he went outside, and then later down the line he couldn't go outside anymore too much because the wind and the sun would burn him, or whatever, burn him, or make him have red spots on him, like it hurt him. It wasn't hurting skin, I don't think, but if it did hurt, he didn't really complain. But yeah, and I can't tell you the cancer because I can't remember it. But yeah, and yep, that's why he died, because he had it just spread, and it spread, and it just, and this is the room. This is his room that I'm in, filming videos, playing with the dollies, hanging out with the doggies, and Tonka belongs to my father. And yeah, and Tonka, he got 2019, and he didn't have him long, and he was 2.5 when we got him. And yeah, and I'm glad he's still here because he makes me happy. And the other dog we have named Petra, she's supposed to be my mom's, but she claims me. And yeah, I know, it's just, I talk about, and half the time when I talk about my other dogs that I've had that died, it makes me sad too, and that's hard to do too. And I've had over 15, 20 maybe, about 20 I think by now. One video I'm going to have to do, you guys. I'm going to have to name all the dogs I had and what breed they were if I can remember. And if I can't remember, well then, and somewhat what we've had. And Petra's breed, no one will ever know. It's just a mix of some sort. Tonka is a German Spitz, and they're still alive. They're still here. But I'm sorry, guys. I have to wipe my nose and my eyes, or they're gonna be watering down the chin and make it worse. But yeah, and it's just the way it is. This house is different. I tell you, it's crazy. Every time, see, my brother, I won't give his name, but my brother, when Dad comes over to his house, or came over to his house, out to the garage every morning on a Saturday or a Sunday, whichever day he went. He went Saturdays for a while, and then they switched it to Sundays. And and my brother still thinks that Dad still, well, not now probably, but back when he first died, thought he was still coming over and visiting him. And my brother's working on a truck, or remodeling a truck that belonged to my grandpa and my grandma, my dad's mom and dad. And yeah, and Dad will never get to see it. And I thought that was crazy too, because because Dad liked that. Liked watching James build things and do different things because Dad couldn't do much after the end. But Dad don't work on cars and trucks and motorcycles, this and that, like that. But Dad would help build like other things, like this picture frame. Dad probably, I don't know if Dad helped my uncle cut it or not. My uncle Don cut it or not, cut the frame, or James helped him or what. But yeah, but this picture came from my uncle Don, I and I'm not getting rid of it because it reminds me of my dad. My He gave it to my dad, and I didn't want it out of this room, so it stays in this room. And yeah, and Dad would always tease me when we went play shopping too, and it was crazy. Like, oh, you're spending money. You give it to me. He'd always tell us to give him the money because he wants to be rich, and you know, probably was rich back then when he said that, but you never know. You never know. But, you know, but when the pandemic hit, COVID, we quit doing a lot of things. And then, you know, but we kept going to Walmart once a week for groceries. And maybe every now and then we went to like Target or something like that, or the mall. And sometimes if we would have went to the mall on Fridays, Kelly would go with us. If Dad tells me, call Kelly, see she has to go with us. Then if she's coming over, why not? And so when we went to the mall, he'd always go get her, and we'd go hang out for a little bit, and then when we were done, we came back. Me and Kelly came back here and hung out, and Dad talked, loved it, and me and me and Kelly went down in my room in the basement and did a lot. And yeah, Dad was 67 when he died. Yeah, or 60. Yeah, 67. He would have been 68 in August. And their anniversary is day after his birthday. So yeah, so that's what. Yeah, and I think about my dad every now and then, but you know how that is. So yeah, I miss him. Everybody misses him here and there. It's just when I think about it and people talk about him and you know do whatever, it it's I I don't cry as often, but right now I don't know why my eyes are kind of like you know like watering and things, but that's what happens. And this room, when I tell you that it's nobody's living in it right now, it's because I haven't moved my bed up here yet. One day I might, and I might have to do it before I have these hips redone. But that'll be another story for another day. It's down the future. But it's like Dad was a good guy. Everybody liked his sense of humor. Even the place he stayed before he died liked his sense of humor. But his lungs and everything had to help make it worse, so he couldn't stay alive. He probably would have wanted to stay alive, but then again, I don't know. But yeah, he was a good guy. Yeah, he was an old man, but yeah, he wasn't old when he died. But yeah, he was probably when you have cancer, cancer just destroys your life. I'm sorry to say, but so hope you guys can beat your cancer, not let it happen. Any of it, like leukemia, whatever kind of cancer's out there that you get, if you can get it, because it's not fun. And so I'm gonna let you guys go before I ramble too much and make this too long, and then it won't upload because I could talk. Well, because see, and my dad and I and my mom went down to dog club, and people liked him down there too. But when my grandpa got sick, got old and couldn't take care of himself. He had to take care. So then they stopped doing most of the dog club stuff they used to do and be good. But yeah, We still go down to the dog club once a month with our driver that'll take us, that goes down there. And she's my mom's age, 70 years old. I won't give you her name because I don't want to make people mad. Hmm. But, you know, everybody on my side of the family, my dad's side of the family, like my uncles and my aunts, they knew. We told them. But, you know, so I'm going to let you go. Comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends, and make this video go up, my channel go up to good numbers. So I will talk to you the next one. Bye for now.